So Shuri is the Black Panther. Um, what's up, Slay Girl? Hope your drive back was not too rough. This is Brian V. Jackson, by the way. The daughters commandeer my YouTube handle. Love it. Great seeing you. Great being with you. Hope your drive back was good. I had a good time. It was the first time I had driven up with somebody, or like there were four of us total, that drove up together. That was way nicer than just driving by myself. It was nicer to talk with people than to have just 12 hours of podcast. Hey Art, hope the con was fun. It was. It was amazing. Okay, so we've got Black Panther Shuri. The we got a precon, Justice precon. We've got the hero. Got some. I don't actually know if we got back of the card pack. Our cards. We do. We have some back of the card. Our back of the pack cards and or a modular Thunderbolt set. We haven't gotten any news on the no old printing of old content. We have not. I'm hoping that we get something soon. And then like the thing that they teased at the designer panel, I'm wondering if that's going to be something that is the somehow getting the older heroes into the game. That's kind of what I'm wondering. Righty. Black Panther. We got a 2-1-2 stat line. So a stat line that's a little bit under the curve. Typically, we're looking for a summation of 6, but that is a little bit smoothed out with the response here. After Black Widow. After Black Panther uses it. So I guess to answer your question, no, I have not recovered from the con. Um, after Black Panther uses a basic power, resolve the special ability on one Black Panther upgrade you control. So we're going to talk about those, but that's Black Panther, hand size of 5, hit points of 11. There's the Black Panther. On her alter ego side, Shuri has a recovery of 4. We've got the inventor. She does have the genius and Wakanda trait. And so we do have that genius trait so we can play ingenuity, which is probably going to be in most of our decks. And then on hero side, we're just the Wakanda trait, so we don't have access to any of like the Quinn carriers or anything like that. So having ingenuity being a playable card is going to be nice to have that resource generator for her. And over here, Ingenuity, Exhaust Fury, we can search our deck for a Black Panther or a tech upgrade and play it, reducing its resource cost by 2. Insane! Oh, Nate, 6 to 6. Thank you for the resubscription with Prime. Thank you so very much. Hope you're doing so good. You're the best. What did they tease, Strange DJ? Yes, okay, so they said that one, Michael Boggs has designed a new product, and I think we did get a little bit of a spoiler. I think Gen Con kind of spoiled what that was when they put out their um event list um for this year. I think that's going to be a new scenario pack. That is going to be an epic multiplayer scenario pack. I'm not going to say too much more just in case you do want to maintain that surprise for when they do make that announcement. But that, not quite sure how it's going to play, but I'm so very here for it. But they said that after this next wave, we're going to get a new product type. It's not going to be a hero pack. It's not going to be a campaign box. It's not going to be a scenario pack. That's what they said. So we are, I don't know what that's going to be. I don't know what that's going to be. My favorite theory, which is not my theory, I don't quite recall whose theory this is, but my favorite theory is that it's going to be kind of a 2-player quick start type product where it's going to be 2 heroes and a villain in a box. So you can like buy buy this quick start, pull it out and play immediately. And that's how you can get some of like the Captain Americas and the heroes that are going out of this like rotation or the current rotation back into the game, as well as some of the villains with kind of like revamped rules and stuff. So that's my favorite theory. I think that'd be fun. Infectious Zombie, thank you for the resubscription with Prime. I appreciate it. Where can someone find the spoilers on what was revealed? I assume it was on the Gen Con website, the Gen Con event page website. I have not seen it. I was just told about it. Maybe they'll do half and half wave new heroes. Reimagine. Ooh, Yeah. Matt, I am going to be playing a modified version of the precons. And so a lot of the precons will have like things that you don't necessarily need 3 copies of. And so I'm going to modify, but try and keep the same idea. If you said if they didn't just because they have so many characters, if they just do it, be the regular 6 deck waves along with 2 redos attached. Mm. That art is so cool. Love. Oh yeah, I love the Black Panther. T'Challa is our signature ally. This is a 4 cost 2/2/3 signature ally, and after T'Challa uses a basic power, resolve the special ability on one Black Panther upgrade you control. Again, we're seeing this uh rev- or this focus on these Black Panther upgrades, which is exactly what Black Panther from the core set does as well. But Shuri has a slightly different take on it. Uh, I did see our discussions around running a sidekick T'Challa, so that would yeah, a sidekick T'Challa. So you get him out, get him with more activations, keep him out forever, and just go crazy. I hope they add them on their names like the Amazing Spider-Man, so it has an upgrade in there. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. We've got Clawed Strike. This is a 2 cost attack event. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. Resolve this special ability on one Black Panther upgrade you control. So we got 2 of these. I like this. I like this card. 2 for 4 is a little under curve. Typically, we're looking for like 2 for 5 damage or 3 effective resources for 5 or 6 damage ish. But because we get to resolve that special, we're going to get an additional benefit, and the flexibility of what that can be is going to also be more valuable. And so it may be a damage, so it's still under curve, but what if we remove a threat? So there's going to be like some fun decisions there. The thwart event is very similar. It's on the prowl. It's a 2 cost. Remove 3 threat from your scheme. Resolve the special ability on one Black Panther upgrade you control. So a little bit less than, um, are a little bit less efficient than the Claude Strike. I think typically 2 for 4 would be like a 4 justice. And so for like a signature card, you probably want a little bit more than that. But again, flexibility with those upgrades. I think we're just gonna look at the upgrades because now I don't quite remember all of them, and so I want to be able to have them in mind as we're talking about them. So we do have 4 Black Panther upgrades, very similar to our core set T'Challa Hero, where these upgrades don't necessarily do anything until something activates them. That could be Black Panther's like basic activation, or T'Challa, or one of these. But there we go. Like the kimono beads. The special here is remove 1 threat from a scheme. So as Black Panther attacks, you can then trigger this special to remove 1 threat from a scheme. So it could be 1 damage plus 1 threat removal, or it could be like 3 threat removal. And it's even more efficient because you can thwart like the main scheme with Black Panther and then trigger the special to ping a threat somewhere else. It does not have to be that same scheme, which is pretty cool. Um, and then you, on all of these, kind of follows the same format where you can choose to discard this card to confuse an enemy. And so you can always get that first threat removal, and then you can confuse. What's really nice about this is if you confuse and you flip down, you can then exhaust, assuming it's back into your deck. And maybe we have a way to get it back into our deck to search our deck for a Black Panther or a tech card and play it, reducing its cost by 2. So that'd be pretty cool. I think Shuri's a little under the curve in general, which I think is a good thing. It's nice to have under the curve to get a small difficulty. Yeah. And then don't have Silk, but I think her best aspect is actually Justice with one way or another. Oh, that's cool. Because Silk is tucking cards that she defeats. And so if you go find the right cards to tuck, that's really interesting. Another Ironheart and Nick Fury that will take advantage of her alter ego ability. Yeah, that's fun. Next up, we have the Panther Claws. This is a Black Panther weapon traded upgrade to cost. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. You may discard this card to deal 3 additional damage to that enemy. If you do, the attack gains piercing. So uh, Black Panther can attack, trigger Panther's claws, and deal 2 more damage. And so she could effectively have an attack of 3. The other cool thing about this is because it is weapon traded and this one is tech traded. So we do have a couple of options there. You can repurpose this if you want. And I do think that you are going to be discarding a lot more of the Shuri Black Panther upgrades than you would be with the T'Challa upgrades because there's a lot more recursion and ways to get them back out for Shuri. And so like you can repurpose this, stand up, do all of that shenanigans. And then you have the same tricks that you see with the core set Panther with the Panther's claws where they're weapon traded, but they don't have an exhaustibility. And so your cards like Fusillade or Mean Swing or things like that that require you to exhaust a weapon, there is no loss in tempo there to do that. So you can exhaust Panther's Claws. Black Panther can swing in for 1, exhaust for a Mean Swing, swing in for 4, and you can still trigger this card even if it's exhausted. New hero hype. Let's go. And for Shuri, I think she could play either protection with a repurpose or aggression. Yeah, I'm really excited for the aggression. I think, yeah, she's just going to go crazy. Knight. Hey, Nelson, do you think the design of Winter Soldier is going to make some scenarios too easy? I love the design, but I think he's being tailor made for an easy solo experience. I think he will be a really solid solo hero. I don't necessarily know if I'm too upset about that because I do think it'll be a little bit more balanced in multiplayer. Which maybe not, because you have more minions in multiplayer, and like when Winter Soldier defeats a enemy, you get to remove threat from a scheme, and so that's just really good. That's just really really good, right? Um, so maybe, um, I'll have to see, but I'm also like maybe, maybe he'll probably be on that higher end of that curve. Jay Wheel plus aggression as that side scheme gets a weapon. Oh yeah, lock and load. Nice. Good call. Good call. Yeah. Which one is your favorite LCG? My favorite LCG is actually Lord of the Rings. That's both from like a thematic kind of pulling me to Lord of the Rings. And as you get more and more cards for Lord of the Rings, I think that the interactions are pretty cool. Um, I like Lord of the Rings a lot. I would, and I had this conversation in the car yesterday, but I was saying like if I could only get like the core set, it would be Marvel Champions by far. But if I had access to everything available, it'd be Lord of the Rings. Depends on the scenario, but maybe Psylocke is a Sunlock monster, but she can't do anything with Thanos. Yeah, very true. Next up, we got Spider Bites. This is another tech card. So all the conversation that we just had around repurpose and everything like that, we have it here as well. Also, I think it's funny that we have Spider Bite, and then we're going to have Spider. Then this is Spider Bites, and so we'll look at Spider Bite, the new ally, the one that was one of the preview cards for the channel. Uh, Combos well with this. But we got choose a player, deal 1 damage to the villain, and each minion engaged with that player, I can discard this card to stun each of those enemies. So minion clearing, Ultron hates it. Ultron hates the spider bites. Arkham Horror Marvel Champions are here too. Nice. Arkham is such a good storytelling game. Yeah. Yeah. And then the last Black Panther upgrade is a armor traded vibranium suit. And as a attack to move 1 damage from a hero to an enemy, you may discard this card to give your hero a tough status card. Nice. Hey, thank you for the subscription. Oh, hey, Kevin. Thank you. Nice meeting you over the weekend. Just tossing my Twitch Prime. I appreciate that so very much. And then we also got Real Sign. Thank you for the subscription for 4 months. Nice meeting you over the weekend. Oh, thank you. Y'all are great. It was so great meeting everyone. It was such a good time. Everyone's so kind and so nice. We got to play a lot of Marvel Champions. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, YouTube. Okay. I was like, why do you have a different username then? That makes sense. I got you. Okay. But you're on YouTube versus Twitch. Okay. I was thinking there were 2 different people. Thank you. Nice. We have Wakanda Forever. This is a card that we are very familiar with from the Black Panther set, although we only have one copy of this card in the Shuri pack. Now, Shuri has other ways to trigger the specials, but Wakanda Forever, you know it, you love it. Resolve the special ability on each Black Panther upgrade you control on in any order. So you can trigger all four of these if you have them all four out, and you can choose to discard each one of them if you wanted to. And so if you did that, it'd be one threat discard. It would be one threat confuse, 5 damage piercing, 1 damage to everything on the table and stun, and heal and get a tough. Insane. Insane. I just saw something online with adding all the thunderbolts to Baron Zemo. You can't win until you get rid of each thunderbolt. Ooh, that's a mean one. So many great friendly people at the con. Introverts are good to go to it. Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's so friendly. Everyone's so welcoming too. I was happy with that. Oh, but it was supposed to be multiplayer. Nice. We got 2 copies of Vibranium. These are the double resource cards, the double wild resource cards. Very good. Love using these to get rid of like villain attachments or just using them to, get out either parts of our suit or some of our friendly allies. 2 copies of Vibranium. We've got our supports and upgrades coming. Yeah. So we got the Elephant's Trunk. This is a 2 cost Persona Wakanda traded support. It's an alter ego action. We can exhaust the Elephant Trunk and up to 2 other Wakanda allies and or supports you control to draw 1 card for each exhausted card this way. So that could be a 3 card draw. Wakanda allies and or supports. So we don't have any of those out yet except for T'Challa. Maybe worth exhausting T'Challa for a card draw, but T'Challa's ability is just so strong, so that would be a little bit tough. But we are going to get some more Wakandan allies in the precon, and so that could be really good. Though they have really good activation abilities too. So maybe we'll do one of these supports. Like the Queen Ramonda. 1 cost support. Beautiful. So if we exhaust this just twice, we do get the our money back with the Elephant's Trunk. We can exhaust Queen Ramonda to heal damage from an alter ego with the Wakanda trait equal to that alter ego's recovery. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. So we have the Wakanda trait here. So Queen Ramonda is Aunt May for recovery. Yeah, that's amazing. Oh, that's also really amazing for Shuri because Shuri is exhausting for the inventor ability to search our deck and play a card for 2 less. That costs our basic activation here. So if we are flipping down planning to use that, we don't have to then there's not the loss of the opportunity of recovering. So then you can go here. It's actually useful in team up. That's very true because this is in a Wakanda alter ego that could be Black Panther or T'Challa. I need to start calling him T'Challa. He's not the only Black Panther anymore. Shuri, I think, is a tier hero, or a tier B hero, top of B. I think. Nice. I think that I like B tier heroes. I like B. I like. Well, I think I like all the heroes, but I like B tier heroes in terms of power. Like if I had to choose one level of power to play forever, I think it would be things that are in B tier. I want to do the hood with all the thunderbolts as the mods. Yeah, I did that um, when I didn't have all of the mod sets yet, but I did it and it was a blast. It was a good time. We never got to the 6th modular set shuffled in, so I didn't have to figure out how I was going to do that, but that was good. Are there other Wakandan supports like in maybe in the precon there will be, but do we have any Wakandan supports that could trigger off of the Elephant's Trunk? I'm not thinking of anything. That is a deck building card, right? We got T'Challa has like Golden City, right? I think the Golden City, I think the Golden City, but I can't. But I'm wondering if there's a way to get more in her deck. Yeah, but the Golden City. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Aja Adana is a one cost upgrade. This is actually the last card in in her hero kit. It's a title card. We can exhaust it to shuffle an identity specific card from our discard pile back into our deck. And so I teased, you know, getting these back. So if you trigger the discard part of these upgrades. So if I use Spider Bites, deal 1 damage to the villain and each minion engaged, and I discard it to stun all of them, that's now in my discard pile. I can flip down, use Aja Adana to shuffle it back in, and then use Shuri to then play it for free. So there's this like nice like little combo um where you can just continuously get them out onto the table. Maybe worth doing that with the beads because you get that confused and that safe trip down. So that'd be cool. I'm really pumped for sure. I think that you get that that Black Panther flavor from like T'Challa. You can tell that they're kind of similar with like the upgrades and ways to trigger it, but it is a slightly different take on it because now you're not just triggering them with Wakanda Forever's, you're triggering them with basics, T'Challa, the different events. So there's different ways to do it, and you're not triggering all of them. You're choosing which ones you're triggering, and so it's a slightly different take. And I will say that if the redesign of the heroes that they've talked about, right? They've talked about how some of the heroes are going out of print and they're going to be redesigning them. I think if this is what the redesign kind of looks like, I would be happy with that. I still think I would prefer to have the old heroes just for new players getting into the game, but I would be pretty happy if we get another take on the hero that is like this. I think that's good. T'Challa remix, yeah, that's a good, yeah. Golden City, Ramonda, Dora Milaje, and Trunk. Yeah. Okay. Nice. I mean, worst case scenario, this is a one cost card, right? Or I'm sorry, a 2 cost 1 card draw. It's a alter ego, uh, Adventure Mansion. Atlas Bear. Yeah, it is Wakanda, isn't it? Interesting. T'Challa and Shuri versus Baron Zemo. Ooh, I don't know the history between Baron Zemo and T'Challa and Shuri. Huh. Cool. Okay, let's take a look at some of the pre-con here. So we got a Justice Ally MCU history. Nice. I love the Justice cards in her pack, making Thor Justice awesome. Oh yeah. Oh, Baron Zemo killed T'Challa's father. Yeah, that's a tough history right there. Is Killmonger a villain? I think the only thing that we have Killmonger in is the Black Panther Nemesis set. I did a game where I made it a villain using the on the run scenario. So we don't have an official one, but I used on the run to make Killmonger a villain before. We got Manifold, a 3 cost Justice ally with a 2/1/2 stat line. After Manifold enters play, choose a player. That player searches their deck and discard pile for a player's side scheme and adds it to their hand. Oh, that's cool. And that's a Wakanda ally, so that is a Elephant's Trunk target. That's really cool. 3 cost is 3 cost is still good because it's a 2 thwart. So you play this, you get a rebate of a card. So worst case scenario, you use that card as a resource, but you can use Manifold to go like grab whichever one you need, and then use Manifold to thwart down that side scheme. I like Manifold. That's pretty interesting. Just ordered Shuri and Silk Pack yesterday. Nice, nice. Um, Especially in True Solo. And then Manifold can combo with Black Panther, right? Because if Manifold, I'm thinking True Solo here. So Manifold brings in build support or whatever. You play build support. Manifold thwarts build support for 2, leaving it with 1. Black Panther then can attack, then trigger the beads and remove that last threat from build support, and you don't have to over thwart it. So That's a fun little combo. What do the stickers mean? I put one copy of every single card into a binder, and so the stickers means that that card goes back into the binder. So allies, all of them get a sticker, but like here with infiltration, only one of them is gonna get a sticker because the other two are gonna be stored alphabetically. Then you draw of skill. Oh yeah, skilled investigator. Yes. Player side schemes. I played a lot of player side schemes in uh at Kana Heroes, and especially like specialized training, the one that's like 5 threat per player. It was not as hard to take down as I thought it was going to be. As far as pre-built decks, you think she has a pretty fire one? Nice, nice, nice. I've seen some of the cards in here, and they're fun. They're fun. Got infiltration. This is a one-cost thwart event. Choose a number 1 through 5. Discard that many cards from the top of the encounter deck. We're gonna remove one threat from a scheme for each card discarded this way. Put one minion discarded this way into play engaged with you. Thor loves it. You gotta love it. But a 1 for 5 is really good. That's some very solid efficiency right there. And you get that minion, which Thor loves if you are set up in a multiplayer game. To have that minion Slayer take it out is not too bad. It's also a actual thwart event, so you can like Overwatch this, or you can operative skill this. You can play one, discard 2 cards, operative skill, remove 3. So that's pretty good. You could also basic clear superpower training to get a Black Panther upgrade in the. Oh yeah, yeah, you could because of the timing. The when defeated goes off after the special response here. That's clean. That's real clean. Still never played player side schemes. I don't have X-Men stuff. Nice. They're really fun. They're really fun. I had a similar experience with Specialized. You generally stayed on the board for a turn or yeah. It's so efficient once you do get it down and clear it. So I do like infiltration. I think that's really fun. It also provides I think precise thwarting is really solid as well. So you can use this, discard 3 cards, and just clear a player's side scheme in true solo. Just done. Speaking of player side schemes, oh, we got 2 of them. I don't think I knew that. We got going undercover. Got Cap going undercover with that Hydra uniform. Oof. 0 cost, 4 threat. When defeated, 4 threat, based 4 threat, not like a scalable 4 threat. So when defeated, the defeating player looks at the top 5 cards of the encounter deck. They can add one non-scenario specific card from among those to the victory display. Place the rest on the top and or bottom of the deck in any order. I like this. I like the fixing of the encounter deck. It feels kind of shieldy. Shield does a lot of manipulation with the encounter deck, so it feels like it fits in this wave. I'll put that right there. But you can also get rid of some really nasty things, and because it goes into the victory display, if you hit like a Thunderbolt minion with that, feeling real good, right? Like then all the cards that are gonna go find that Thunderbolt minion, they don't search the victory display. Just nail it. Combo that with like a blindfold, or a global logistics, and you know what cards you're gonna be looking at before you thwart it down. That's pretty cool. Hey Nelson, been watching your channel for a week now. Welcome, Scarlet Spider. How you doing? Happy to finally catch one live. I'm happy you're here too. Thanks for getting you back into the champions after not playing since Mutant Genesis. So excited to have you back. Thank you for joining. Marvel Champions After Dark. Shuri with a shield archetype. Yeah, I I like I like how it's not overtly shield, but because it's kind of in this Agents of Shield wave, it has that like tie-in to shield, and it's going to make those shield characters a little bit better. Undercover should be in a Nick. Oh yeah, yeah, both thematically and mechanically. Victory doesn't mean much. It means that it's not coming back to the game. It doesn't mean much. Like it doesn't matter what's like. It could just be like removed from the game. Like those are effectively the same. Um, but yeah, I think it's a call back or like I think it's called a victory display because of that's what it was called in Arkham. Then we got Show of Empathy. Thor's over there consoling Loki. Um, Victory Zero, it's a base 6 threat. That's a decent bit of threat, at least in true solo. Zero cost card. When threat is removed from this game, place that threat on a non-elite minion. If that minion has threat on it equal to or greater than its remaining hit points, add Show of Empathy to the victory display and attach one set-aside copy of Redemption to that minion. Okay. Okay, let's see what Redemption is. Straight up, I like this so far. I do like this. I think this is like really cool design space. So I'm pretty excited to see what Redemption is. There's Redemption. She beat up Thanos. Oh, it didn't come in the Squirrel Girl hero back. Nice. She might be a little too friendly. This Redemption is a linked to Show of Empathy. Take control of the attached minion and treat it as a redeemed ally. Blank text box thwart equal to its printed scheme takes one consequential after it thwarts or attacks. Nifty. Nifty, nifty, nifty. Now it is non elite, so you can't, take over some of these bigger minions in the game, but that's pretty cool. It's a way for Justice to have an answer to minions, especially in True Solo. Now it is 6 threat, which is a lot. That's a big ask, but you are getting a minion clear and a ally, so it's a big swing, right? It's that traitor's tempo swing they're losing something, you're gaining something. Feels pretty decent. She saved Iron Man from Doctor Doom with the power of squirrels. Uh, it should have been all minions. Yeah, hmm. It's interesting because like in multiplayer, this is pretty decent, right? 6 threat in multiplayer is pretty easy to conjure up, especially if you are that Justice player, and you can leave it out and wait for the right minion. So, I don't think all Nemesis minions are elite. This is not the Nemesis minion, but like this is Thor's, right? Like, so you could definitely do Frost Giants, and you could do Frost Giant. That minion has threat on it equal to or greater than the remaining hit points. Add Show of Empathy to the victory display. Show of Empathy with Storm is going to be crazy. The ally, right? So when threat is removed from this scheme, you place it on a non-elite minion. If that minion has threat on it equal to or greater than its remaining hit points, you add Show of Empathy. So you only get one minion. I thought we were going to be able to do multiple minions, but no, I was like, then we can use Storm to throw threat over here, which you can still do. You don't have to throw it down. That I think is important. That's not something that I picked immediately. You do not have to thwart this down. So if you're using Frost Giants, it comes in with 6 threats, but you only need to thwart down 4 of it to trigger the ability. So it's not, I think it's more of a Phantom 6 threat. If it's like a 3 cost, it's just a 3 cost. So that's cool. Yeah. Have you recovered from Con of Heroes? I know I haven't. Nah. But I have drank a lot of coffee, so that does work. Ghost Spider's Nemesis is an elite. Oh, sweet. Okay. Okay. Oh, show of empathy and face the past is rad? Yeah, that's cool. What was the hero you saw the most and least at the convention? There were a lot of heroes I didn't see. Um, I didn't see any Deadpools, and I didn't see even like walking around. I didn't see any Deadpools. The most I think was actually Black Widow. I think I saw a lot of Black Widow. She's getting a lot of love, and so I think I was one of the people who brought up Black Widow. Could use Storm to get larger health minions. Yeah, yeah. What was the hero you saw? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, Only about half the Nemesis minions are elite. Okay. How's your storage going after your boxing hero packs? Is your binder still enough? Yes, I need to move to a slightly larger binder soon. The hero you saw the most was Rocket. Nice. I did play with a Rocket. I did play with a Rocket. You saw 2 Deadpools. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to think of what I didn't see any Ironhearts. Your Black Widow deck was amazing. I had so much fun with that Black Widow deck. She's so much fun. Were there many Iron Mans? No. No, I don't think I didn't see. I saw a Iron Man being played, but I did not play with the Iron Man. Saw a fair amount of Draxes. Yeah. Deadpool is a quick way to get a lot of death stares from that's true. That's true. Saw Spider Ham. I didn't see any Miles. I did see Adams. I did see Adams, yeah. You had one game with Iron Man and Deadpool. Didn't see Ironheart. Can you tell me how you use binders for Lord of the Rings? Do you store 3? Nope, just one. And I do the same thing where the rest of the cards are stored alphabetically in a box. This was Con of Heroes. So it was a fan kind of produced Marvel Champions convention that happened this last weekend. I didn't see any Miles. What about the GOAT? I didn't see any Valkyries this year. I played Valkyrie last year. I had a ton of fun with Valk last year. Um, a lot of Black Widows. Practice playing Black or Ready for a Fight Black Widow is silly. 2 of your Iron Man games, you got to play team up with War Machine. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's cool. 1 or 2 Warlocks. I'm trying to think. I saw She-Hulks. I didn't see any Gamoras. You saw a lot of Valkyries. Nice. Indeed, not a lot of Valk. I brought 1 and saw Astrodar playing 1, but this is all from my notes. Yeah. Saw a spider. Saw a couple of spiders. They were really fun. Saw Scarlet Witch. I didn't see any Ant-Man or Wasp. Didn't see any Ant-Man or Wasp. I played Wasp last year. I had a blast with that. Brands also played Valk. Nice. Domino, yeah. Domino's a good one to bring. Domino's a great one to bring. Let's talk about the Raft. The Raft is a silly card for Thor. 2 cost support. Location shield traded, so all of the exhaust things that you can do with shield supports. This is another one because it does not have a exhaust ability, so you can still use it even if it's exhausted. After a minion leaves play, tuck it under here from the encounter card discard pile. Remove threat from a scheme equal to the tucked minion's printed scheme. There are at least 4 minions here. Deal 1 random minion to any player as a face down encounter card. So what you do is you deal that minion back to Thor. It was awesome. So I had Thor was just clearing minions, sending them to the Raft, and then dealing back out another minion so that you could guarantee that 2 card draw every single round. It was awesome. It was a really, really fun combo. Yeah. Deadpool because he's more of a solo type hero. Uh he's just acceleration icons can stack. Sentinel Mark 8, the beefiest minion. Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah, because the Mark 8 is not a um elite. That's cool. Saw a Black Widow game that re-incurred Informant and had Taskmaster thwarting. Yeah, that's a really cool one. Is that in this? No, that's in the last one. Yeah, Informant. So Taskmaster comes in 0/0 +1/+1 for every upgrade you control. Informant says that whenever a minion schemes, it's a preparation card where they remove threat instead of adding it. And so you have 10 upgrades or whatever. Taskmaster removes 10 threat, and then you use Safe House 29 to recur Informant, and you just stay in Alter Ego, and you're removing 10 threat every single turn. It was so good. So good. It was wild to watch. Such a cool deck. I don't know who's yeah, that was really cool. People tend to play Deadpool overly aggressively, and that version isn't a good team player. Oh, good call. Yeah. Played him much more like a normal hero. I think Deadpool has some support with like the Chimichanga truck. I think that he could be a pretty decent 4-player hero. Nelson is live and new heroes on the table. It's your lucky day. Welcome, False Spirit. But Deadpool with a more conservative deck, I think, could be huge in multiplayer scenarios. Yeah, especially with like as a thwarter. Pair with the protection hero to make sure he doesn't die, and could scheme or do damage. Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. Got invisibility gear, another tech card for Iron Man. Look at this. It's a 1-cost tech card. Iron Man loves it. Um, when an enemy would attack you, discard invisibility gear. That enemy schemes instead. Very niche. Very, very niche. Unless it's like an armored guard, that's kind of fun. But Black Widow can trigger the Widowmaker on this. Black Widow typically has a little bit easier of a time dealing with threat than she does with minions, but also just a nice little one cost hand size boost for Iron Man. That's pretty cool. Did I see any Nova? I don't think I did. I don't think I did see any Nova, which is funny because like one of the first years, Nova came out that weekend and saw so much. What do you think about the change from the wording under to tuck or search or find? What do you think about what do you think about if they change the wording under? I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. Deadpool playing the healing role. That's funny. I love to get I love that so many cards coming out over the last year really pump up wave 1 heroes. Yeah. Yeah. Deadpool psychic can be fun. Oh, with Cable. Yeah. That's cool. We had a Nova during the Thunderbolt scenario. Warbringer was rough. Yeah, I brought a Zazel and Quick Strike whenever they engage you, and it was just gross. You also play Nova. Nice. We're just going through V Jackson's uh hero lineup. That's funny. Loki event sounds awesome. We got Sonic rifles. We know them. We love them. Sonic rifle. I'm just happy that now we have more than 3 copies, so I don't have to dig them out of my binder every single time I want to play them. I'm usually only running 2 of these, but yeah, Sonic rifle, very cool. Then we've got Sting Operation. There's not a ton of reprints in this. I'm pretty happy about that. Sting Operation is a preparation tactic event. So that tactic, Cyclops loves it. Preparation, uh, Coulson can recur it. You've got the preparations with Black Widow. This is a max 1 per player. After a non-elite minion schemes, discard it to discard that minion. Oh, that's a fun little combo. So invisibility gear, when they would attack, they scheme, then you trigger Sting Operation, you discard that minion that would have schemed, and then you Widowmaker twice. That's pretty neat. Both of these are also, well, invisibility gear doesn't really matter because they're probably not attacking you in alter ego, but these are both just actions. They're not hero actions or anything like that. So after a non-elite minion schemes, that could be during the villain phase in while you're in alter ego, so you can just delete minions. Justice is getting a lot of love here from minion. I did see pool aspect being played. Yeah, I think I saw a spider. Drew was playing a spider pool aspect. I saw a Quicksilver pool. Um, yeah, the Loki event at the con was so much fun. The massive multiplayer from the Rosa Gondolin, one of my favorite events all time at the event or at the con. But like each one of the villains, you swapped Loki out with a custom villain that was all of the heroes that were being played in the massive multiplayer event. So like we're sitting there, I was playing Thor, and so there was a Thor enemy that was dealt out somewhere at the table. I think we actually had it, but it was really cool. And then like whenever you defeated that like TVA variant enemy, um the Thor player then would get to draw cards because they took out the variant. It could be tough. The enemy heroes we fought had some nasty abilities. Oh yeah. Yeah. It could be a very tough. They did have a fixing mechanism so that like if you were really struggling against an enemy, there was a like ability that you could use to swap that enemy out with a different table. Um and that was really cool. That was really, really cool. We got Spider Ham. Spider Ham was pretty mean, where whenever you attack Spider Ham, you became confused, and so like someone swapped Spider Ham into our table, and we didn't have a ton of damage left, and so we were able to just clear Spider Ham pretty quickly. It's cool that you can print it. Yeah, Thor Justice. Yeah, let's go. Personally, I play a lot of pool aspect with heroes that have great hero cards. I think the best way to describe the aspect is enhances your hero. Oh, that yeah, that's a good way to play it. I did play the hood with the new Thunderbolts. That was a fun one. That was a really fun one. Um, I may not have posted that game. I feel like I thought I did, but I need to go back and look and see if I posted that game or not. But I need to. That's the Justice cards. I'm really happy. Only one reprint, which is pretty cool. A lot of Black Panther love. Um, for love, really cool. I'm excited to modify this precon. Did I collect all the alt arts? I got most of them, though I cheated a little bit and Boom Guy gave me them. Uh, but we're working together to see if we can do a giveaway with some of the alt art stuff. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that because I'm hoping to showcase and give them away because they're pretty cool. Black Widow from Agent of Shield on Expert is super hard for yeah. Black Widow is tough. There's a lot of threat to deal with. Alrighty. Next up, we got the Dora Milaje. These are the new posse, right? So the gray cards that kind of combo together. You got the posse from Domino. This is a very similar vibe to that, but it's the Dora Milaje. They're Wakanda allies, so you can use them for like the elephant's trunk and all of that, but also just like team building exercise where you can play these allies. Team building exercise. I'm sorry, squirrel, right? But team building exercise works. Oh wait, never mind. For some reason, she doesn't have the Black Panther trait. I was gonna say you can play these like upgrades with team building. You can't. Never mind. Ignore me. Um, so this first one is Annika. 1, 2, 3 stat line, 3 cost. After Annika uses a basic power, resolve the special ability on another Dora Milaje ally. The special on this one is to remove one threat from his scheme. So you want to have multiple of these out so you can start triggering each other. They're very team up focused and team up which is pretty cool. Only one of them is a little sad, but get some um get some ways. Are there any? Is there any way to get the alt arts or just by going to the event? So the alt arts were all made by attendees. They're all custom made, and so you there's a couple of them. I know that there's a Discord. I don't know where that link is. Maybe someone has that link that they can drop in chat. But I know that there's a custom Discord which has some of the alt art stuff, and you can go print them. Yeah. It's been playing True Solo. Sinister Motives is Peter Parker Justice with Web Warriors. Any advice for Venom Goblin? Uh, I would say Venom Goblin. Overwatch is really good with Venom Goblin. So if you crisis averted Overwatch, you can clear like 12 threats, and because they're all main schemes, you can hit any of them. That would be my suggestion. Villain, villain, you're a big fan of the Dora Milaje allies. How's it going? Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Hope they could make a clear UI so we can see both art matched together when played them side by side. Oh yeah, that would have been cool. I bet someone's gonna do a custom of those. Ao, I think is how you're pronouncing this. 3 cost 1, 2, 3, same stat line as Annika, but Ao. After you use a basic power, resolve the special ability on another Dora Milaje ally, deal 1 damage to an enemy. So attack for 2, remove a 3. Attack for 2, deal a damage. Start comboing each other. Very cool stuff. I'm So villain, how are you running these? Are you doing like a leadership build with like team trainings and then Voltroning all of the Dora Milaje? That would be fun. That'd be really fun. I think Silk will get split the player base. Some people can't get oh yeah. That's why I'm hoping that we'll get those soon. Because I want the Web Warrior stuff. Alrighty, next up we got the leader of them. So the other two are 3 cost. Oh, I should have looked up how to pronounce this. I apologize. okay. I don't know. Anyways, 4 cost 223, so a little bit higher stat line, especially on that thwart side. Same ability, so we can trigger the special. And the special on here is to choose a Wakanda hero or ally to get +1 thwarts and +1 attack until the end of the phase. So very cool. You can choose Black Panther here. So if this special gets triggered, Black Panther can thwart for 3. That's silly. That's silly. Okoye. Thank you. Okoye. Okoye. I will forget that immediately. Okoye. Okoye. Yeah. Thank you, villain. Doing good. Excited to see what you think of these heroes. My favorite build has been repurposed Shuri. Nice. Leadership is pretty great. Definitely get Psychic on T'Challa. Yeah. I'm so excited for. Yeah, Psychic for T'Challa is going to be just be awesome. How does the Heart of the Panther team up card work? Can it be used with T'Challa and Black Panther? Or do you have to use both Hero Shuri and Hero T'Challa? Um, I actually don't know. Oh, it's the next one. Let's talk about it here in a sec. Okoye. Okoye. Luckily, she comes with Peter and across this. Oh, nice. Silk really wants the Ghost Spider ally. Yeah, she does. And Web of Life and Destiny. Oh, they. I didn't realize that Web of Life and Destiny wasn't in the Silk pack. Hmm. See ya, Andy R. Got to head off for some meetings. Hop back on. See you around. Peace. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a good time. I liked the posse. I think I'm more excited for the Dora Milaje. I think I'm a little bit more excited about this playstyle than the posse. Sick though. We got Heart of the Panther. So the question, this is the team up card between Black Panther and Black Panther. So this is going to be T'Challa and Shuri. So your question is, where is it? Where is it? Heart of the Panther. Does it work with T'Challa, Ally, and Black Panther Shuri? They both have to be here. No, you can use, if you have these allies, if you have both of these characters on the table, that works. That works. It also works if like you're playing the heroes together, and they could be an alter ego as well because it's that slash. Someone yell at me if I am misinterpreting that, but because it is saying team up Black Panther T'Challa and Black Panther Shuri, it means that you could be in alter ego, and Black Panther T'Challa in hero form could trigger this. Unlike, yeah, it works on any combination. So as a hero action, we can search our deck and discard pile for a Black Panther upgrade, put it into play, resolve the special ability on up to 4 Black Panther upgrades you control in any order. That's really good. That's really, really, really good. 2 cost to just tutor one of these and then trigger the special ability. Amazing. Amazing. Mm. Unlike Young Love or Investigate Journalism, which requires you to both be an alter. Oh, that's not good. I don't. Does Young Love require you to be an alter ego? Yes, it is a hero action. I think what I was trying to say is that if Shuri is an alter ego and Black Panther T'Challa is in hero, Black Panther T'Challa can play Heart of the Panther and still fulfill the team up with Shuri. Whereas like some of the team up cards like Iron Man War Machine, you have to both be in hero form. But Shuri, because it's a slash Shuri, you can do that. Oh, it says Gwen and Miles. Ew. Kind of excited for Winter Soldier. Yeah, Winter Soldier will be a lot of fun. But like Shuri and Alter Ego could not play this card because this is a hero action card. And what's nice about this is because this is a new card and it's a team up for an old hero, we get a second copy of it. So you can run 2 of these. Yeah. So that's nice. You're only gonna run 1 of these in a deck. Yeah, max 1 per deck, but they give you 1 that you can run both of them if you're running 2 player. I didn't really care for this wave until I saw Winter Soldier, but the more I play Shuri and Silk, the more I love them. Oh, that's fun. Silk has been so fun. She's been incredibly versatile. Nice. Nice. I got build support. Love it. Build support's really good. I like the different art. Like I like how there's a different version of the art now. Three signature or three side schemes. That's cool. Energy String Genius. I do like how they went with the Agents of Shield art on these. Happy to get more copies of these. Silk is lit. Nice. I'm pumped. The Silk computer card is also Alter Ego. It doesn't list their. Okay. Which kind of makes sense thematically, right? Like they do a lot of stuff like in their alter ego form. Then the Dora Milaje. This is a 3 cost support. It is a Wakanda support, so we can exhaust this for its ability or for the Elephant's Trunk to draw some cards. Ignore this card's resource cost if your identity has the Wakanda trait. So Web of Life and Destiny vibes. We can exhaust this to resolve the special ability on one Dora Milaje ally and heal 1 damage from that ally. That's amazing. So these, oh, I'm out of room. So these specials, you can choose to trigger Okoye, eh, um, to give a +1 attack and thwart to a Wakanda hero or ally, which you could choose herself. It does not say another one. So choose a Wakanda hero or ally. They get +1 thwart and +1 attack until the end of the phase. So trigger that. Then she's thwarting for 3/3. Amazing. That's really good. That's really, really good. Mm. Young Love doesn't make sense because they never use Alter Ego and Gwent. Yeah. That's why I want to do a series. I didn't realize how many team up cards there were. We went through and named all the team up cards. Hint hint villain theory. There may be a game at some point, but who knows? Um there's a lot of team up cards in this game. And so I want to go back and revisit some of them because I feel like I don't play them as much as I want to. Panic. If I'm an alter ego with Gwen, it means something went really wrong. Or you have Ready for a Fight. Ready for a Fight. That's the card I'm most excited for. Is Ready for a Fight, and that's going to be in this new pack. But Ready for a Fight, awesome. If she focuses on tucking villain cards, she can regularly defend for 6 or 7 in any aspect. Ready up with organic webbing. That's really cool. I'm using Dragon Shield Clear Matte Sleeves. The E on the end of Dora Milaje is pronounced the way at the E of Okoye. Milaje. Milaje? Okoye? So Dora Milaje? Dora Milaje. Okoye. A. Dora Milaje. Okay. Milaje. Yeah, okay. You can modify a bit of the deck to play Shuri with a confuse. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I also think that like a float like a butterfly works really well because you can confuse with the beads and then get a lot of damage out that way. I pronounced it wrong in my video. Dora Milaje. I was like, I learned how to say Milage yesterday and on the trip home because it's Mirage, but with an L, so it's Milaje. I struggle. Okay, let's look at our back of the pack cards before we look at yeah. So we got Target Spotter. Target Spotter is a 1 cost aggression support. It is a shield support. That's really interesting. Let's talk about why that is. Let's figure out what the card does first. See if it's actually worth. It comes in with 2 target counters. When a minion would engage a player, remove 1 target encounter. That minion cannot activate until the end of the phase. Engage that minion. 1. Love engaging minions with like Thor and stuff, and also as just as the aggression player, there's a lot of times you want to take that minion instead of whoever is getting engaged. Not a solo card. Not really a solo card, but I do think that this is a valid target for Maria. Couple of reasons why. One, it's a 1 cost support, so you can use it and you can bring 3 and really pump up that all points bulletin. 2, if you are running the bell, then if you collect the minions, then the bell chooses a player and then you can wipe the minions. So that's pretty cool. That's really cool. That goes over there. So we got 3 copies of that. Got it for some AoE cards. Could damage villains and enemy for 1 player. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Good call. Good call. I like I like 1-cost shield supports. Go crazy with Maria. All points bulletin for 20. Let's go. And then we got the White Wolf. This is a Wakanda ally in leadership. 3 cost, 2 thwart, 2 attack with no consequential, and 3 health. After White Wolf attacks, place 1 threat on the main scheme. That's cool. That's just a cool design space. I have no idea how good this is, but that's really cool. That's a really fun design space. We're gonna Voltron the heck out of this thing. 2 attack, 3 cost with no consequential. That's really nifty. I like that. 1 threat on the main scheme. Multiplayer does not matter. Solo, we have to figure out how to deal with that. I'm excited to play. I'm excited to play. Actually, we may. Yeah. Yeah. This is cool. Got T'Challa's Shadow. This is our obligation. So give to the Shuri player. It comes in with 4 doubt counters. Interesting, and it goes into the victory display. I think this is the. Thank you, Jason, for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. T'Challa's Shadow. I'm curious. Is this the first time we've seen an obligation with counters on it? At least a hero one. Con of Heroes is fantastic, Jason. Oh yeah, it is a really good illustration. You see her actually in the physical shadow of T'Challa. That is really clean. I like that a lot. Increase the resource cost to play each card by 1. After you thwart, attack, defend, remove 1 doubt counter from here. Oh, that's cool. Obligation on these heroes are super creative. Nice. Yeah, that is really, really cool. And we got 2 modular sets. Oh wait, no, Black Panther Nemesis. We got Claw. So Claw is a 2/06. He gets an additional boost card. When Claw attacks, give him 1 boost card for this activation. So he's not villainous. Someone smarter than me, tell me why they don't just print villainous on this. Oh, because he only when he attacks, not when he schemes. Okay, cool. Thank you, smart people. So Claw. I feel like that's a fairly decent face the past target. 6/6, pretty decent. Manipulated music. When revealed, find music and put her into play. Engage with you. When defeated, defeat music. Discard music from play. This comes in with 5 threat. It's an amplify. New keyword. Sometimes villainous. Love it. But so whenever you pull shadows or whenever you hit face the past, no, pursued. Pursued by the past. It's right there. Sometimes I just have to look and use my eyes. You're gonna get 2 minions, it looks like, which is music. Oh, it's another amplify. Oh, that's really cool. So now Claw, whenever Claw attacks, you got 2 amplifies on there. So Claw's attacking for 2 plus a boost effectively. Ooh, that's disgusting. Huh. Okay, so music is a 0/01. When revealed, find manipulated music and put it into play. Oh my gosh, this is a brutal flip of a shadow. When defeated, move all threat from manipulated music to the main scheme. Oh, that's the side scheme. Never mind. Oh, okay. So comes in with 5. That's really good. That's really, really clever design space. So if you just use 1 damage to knock this out, 5 threat goes onto the main scheme. That's really, really cool. Huh. A good way to don't allow Shuri use her special without telling her. Have you decided what villain you're facing today? I have not. But I think I wanted to try uh the the new mod sets. We've got 2 copies of the Scream. Stun each character you control. Deal 1 damage to each one of those characters that was already stunned. Mean. Mean. Oh, and as a boost effect, you are stunned. If you are already stunned, take 1 damage. that's a good mod or a good nemesis set. I think that's really cool. Then we've got a new Thunderbolt modular, which is super fun. I really like joystick. I think the Extreme Risk, which is the this modular set, is really fun. I played this a couple times at Kind of Heroes. Joystick is a 1/117 villainous minion. When joystick activates, you can choose to give her an additional boost card and then draw a card. So you get that benefit by giving her a benefit or him. Is that a her or him? Is joystick male or female? I don't actually know. And then we can give joystick a tough status card. That's cool. You recommend playing Black Panther against someone who does not start with a lot of pressure. I found her to be slow to set up. Okay, that's good to know. Planning to play Thunderbolts with new mods. I was thinking about playing a different villain with like the Extreme Risk modular set. Classic Claw. Pull out the Thunderbolt minions. Heck yeah. Energy Truncheon attached to joystick, otherwise attached to the villain. They gain piercing +1 attack. Attached enemy attacks you after this attack. Discard this card and draw a card. Zola, oof. Zola is tough. There's two of those. Two of those. We got playing for keeps. Each identity gets +1 hand size. Comes in with 3 threat for a player. When an enemy activates, give it 1 card for that activation, in addition to any other boost cards it gets. So like you see this like trade-off of like bad effects, but you also get benefits. You get the +1 hand size, you get to draw cards. I just think that's really, really fun. Then we got 2 copies of Extreme Risk, the namesake of the modular set. When revealed, find joystick and reveal her. Very, very Thunderbolty. Uh, Thunderbolt activates against you if no enemy activated this way. Gain Surge. And as a boost, you can give the activating enemy a additional boost card. If you do, draw a card. That is the pack. Very, very cool pack. I am really excited to see Shuri. I'm excited. Shuri looks awesome. Um yeah. And I think I'm probably a little bit more excited for Silk. So that's really exciting. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Good stuff. I'm really excited about the Dora Milaje. Still learning how to say it. I the Justice card the Justice cards are cool. I like Show of Empathy. Yeah, the Justice cards are sick. Now it's time for Silk. I know, I'm so pumped. A lot of beautiful illustrations in the art. White Wolf, Silk. Yeah, there's a lot of really good illustrations. I do really like T'Challa's shadow, which is a little bit off screen right now. But that's like her physically being in T'Challa's shadow is just such a cool like artistic choice. That's so good. Alrighty. I am going to clean this up. I'm gonna go to be right back, clean this up, and we're gonna be breaking out Silk next. So let's don't go anywhere because I'm more excited for Silk, and this looks awesome. So I will see you all very, very soon. To check out our new web warrior. All right, peace.